Welcome back to Houston Life. Since 1995, he has been the calming voice guiding Houston through tornadoes, freezes, hurricanes, floods. The list goes on. And now Frank Billingsley is officially retiring and starting a brand new chapter. Tomorrow is his last day as Chief Meteorologist here at KPRC2. But today, on the eve of his retirement, he is spending a few moments with us here at Houston Life. Franklin Patrick Billingsley, welcome back to Studio B.
Thank you.
People are like, why do you call him Franklin? Because that's his name,
That is
right?
my name. That is my name.
When you hear just the word retirement, has this sunk in yet?
I think I'm putting the word I in retire. It is meant for me, right?
How does it feel?
So you know what? It's exciting. Anything in life that is a big change, if you're ready for it, is exciting. You have a little trepidation, but not enough to say no, right? I remember when I got into weather in 1982.
Roanoke, Virginia.
We didn't have near the stuff we have now. You really were sort of seat of your pants, forecasting and talking about it. I was learning the business as I was going. It was my first job, and I thought, wow, this is going to be a challenge.
So 1982 was Roanoke, Virginia. Was it 1987 that you went to Biloxi, Mississippi?
87, 88, yes.
And then 89, you ended up in Houston. You first started at KTRK, but then in 95, you started at KPRC2.
Right. I was the weekend guy at Channel 13, and then came here as the main guy.
How do you know, in a career like this, when you're jumping around and moving different markets, how do you know when you found your home?
And that's a good phrase, a TV home, because that's what Channel 2 has been for me. It has been my TV home. This is where I want to be. I was offered a job in Dallas at the same time I was offered the job here. And I thought, you know, I want to stay in Houston. And I'm so glad I did. And now people say, are you and Kevin going to move from Houston? And the answer is no. We're going to travel more and go see friends and stuff like that, and maybe some family. but you know, we're not leaving Houston. We love it here.
When it comes to being there for people, Frank, obviously you have a very strong connection with your viewers who adore you, but also behind the scenes here, you have been such an incredible coworker, such an incredible friend. I'll never forget my first day on the job here at KPRC2. 8 years ago, we were in the old building, and I walked into one of the newscasts. I think it was probably the 5 p.m. newscast. And directly after the newscast, you came over to me, you welcomed me, you said hello. And your kindness, I think, in addition to your smarts and your charisma on camera, your kindness truly is such a defining characteristic of yours. Where does that come from?
My mama. My mama. She was the most outgoing, friendly lady you would ever want to know. Everybody loved Pat. I would come home from school, the kitchen would be full of women because she was having a coffee party almost every afternoon. I mean, she ended up selling real estate. She did really well in it because she was so friendly and nice and people wanted to work with her. And I think she shaped my desire to get to know people and to welcome people and to be nice. I mean, she was always the kill them with kindness person. And to this day, I miss that so much about her because even to the day she died, they loved her at the nursing home. You know, they just loved her because she was so friendly and nice. And I think if you have a little bit of outgoingness to you, and then you have a parent that says, let's develop that skill, because the only thing you may have is your mouth.
That's funny.
You may have to talk your way through life, so let's start working on that.
Hey, speaking of your mom, Pat, so your mom and dad, your adoptive parents.
Yeah.
I know you were so close to them.
Oh, yeah,
and
they were great.
While you have been a fixture on television here in Houston for so many decades, you've also had your personal life play out on television. I mean, your cancer battle, your fight to find your birth family, essentially, in your book, Swabbed and Found, when you and your husband Kevin got married December 12th of 2012. That was front page news here in Houston.
You know, that was news that made it around the world simply because about, I want to say 9 to maybe 11 states had passed gay marriage by then.
Yeah.
It wasn't, the Supreme Court was 2014.
Yeah.
So 2012, there had been a handful, maybe 14 states. And we didn't think, you know, if the Supreme Court didn't do it, Texas probably wouldn't.
Well, yeah, Texas was not one of those states.
Right. So we thought, well, we'll put the man in Manhattan, right? We'll go to New York and we'll get married. And then KPRC put it on the air that night. And there was I would be lying if I said everybody loved it. Not everybody loved that idea. And there was a lot of comments online and a lot of phone calls.
Negative comments online.
Of course, negative comments. I would say it was about half and half. But I tell you, the staff, my colleagues here at KPRC, they answered those phone calls and they got online with those comments and they responded to them or deleted them or said, you know what, this is not where we're going with this. We're not going to let hate come into this situation. And they supported me all the way through.
You really have dedicated a huge part of your life to the job, to the viewers here in Houston. And this is something that now you and Kevin will be able to have a little more time together.
Well, I've told people that weather is like a baby, and when the baby is behaving and is cute and cuddly, it's great.
No problem.
But when the baby is screaming in the middle of the night and you're the one that has to tend to it, you're the one that has to tend to it. And the thing about weather is it never grows up. It's a baby for as long as you do this. So I've had this baby for 42 years, and that's a long time to have a baby. So, yeah, we're looking forward to letting somebody else take care of the baby.
Sleep through the night for once, right?
Yes.
Is there any part of you, Frank, that will, you are such an optimistic, positive, lovely, wonderful person. And I know you've always, you are.
President.
This is why, I mean, this is why I love you so much as a coworker and as a friend. You always face any situation, whether it's cancer or losing your parents. You lost both of your adoptive parents in the past few years. You've always had such a great attitude. Looking back, though, does any part of you feel sad that this chapter is ending?
Well, the instant connection with the viewers, and of course this is a TV family to me, and of course I'm going to miss that.
You have a lot of, speaking of your work family, relationships, past anchors here at KPRC2, past reporters, and those people will also be part of your family.
Well, Dominic and Bill, we still hang out, and you and Brandon also. So when you realize you're part of a really fun group and a really passionate group of people, I think that bond holds you together. I'm still friendly with as many people as they'll be friendly with me. So.
Houston loves you, Frank. Make no mistake of that. Well, final thoughts to our Houston Life viewers.
I can't thank everyone enough, because no man is an island, and certainly no one does this job without the support and the love of other people to trust you and have confidence in you. I know there are 5 of you out there that don't. I've heard your emails, but most people are supportive. I've gotten some wonderful feedback once this retirement was announced from a lot of people sitting in cards. People still have stamps at home, believe it or not.
Yeah.
Sitting in cards and notes and emails and phone calls, and I really appreciate all of the support. So, I mean, thank you for trusting me and having the confidence in me for these decades, because, you know, I hope I've earned it. I hope I've kept it. And as I say, people have either grown up with me or grown old with me or grown sick of me. So I don't know where you fall in that category, but it's one of them. I can guarantee you that.
Frank Billingsley, you are one of a kind.
Well, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, buddy. I appreciate it.
Great to see you.
Thanks for having me.
We'll hug it out during the commercial break.
Perfect.
We'll be right back.